Charm, I know it. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to break down exactly how we took one of our exterior home service companies from $0 in revenue, zero digital presence, to $60,000 in booked revenue in just 90 days. Now to us, their initial investment through our agency was just under $6,000, so that's about a 10x return on their investment. Now we did this by implementing 3 steps into their system: low friction ads on the front end, our AI booking agent in the middle, and then also our qualification and nurture process on the back end after that initial appointment so that we can recover some revenue. Now if you own a home service business, you can implement this exact playbook I'm about to walk through, or if you're looking for a more done-for-you service, you can reach out to me and our agency using the link below. Let's get into it. So how did we get these guys $60,000 in collected revenue in our first 90-day case study? Step 1 in this process is going to be low friction meta ads. Now really the purpose of these meta ads is really just to figure out who's interested in your product or service. Most marketing agencies and kind of the old school way of doing things is to run ads to a website or a landing page, and in most cases, based on what we've seen, to just the home page of your website. If you're scrolling on Instagram and you click on an ad and all you're doing is sending customers to the home page of your website, you're missing out on a lot of interest and a lot of revenue. You need to be fast, you need to collect their information and move on to the next and then execute on the follow-up. So that's what we're gonna run on the front end. As far as graphics and visuals go, we're gonna use existing photos, videos, stuff that you already have documented based on the work that you've already done. The most important part is what are we gonna do with this contact information? That's kind of where this system differentiates itself. This is where our qualifying and booking agents come into play. Now by qualifying and booking agents, I mean our AI agent. This isn't just a stock standard AI agent that we use across all of our clients. We collect a lot of information up front during the onboarding process. We have you fill out a questionnaire. Things like tone. How do you want us to communicate with your customers? Do you want them to reveal pricing? If so, how should we structure that? Property size or household income or what particular service they're interested in. That's very customizable in this field. You can work this in any way that you want on how you would determine what a qualified lead looks like for you. So basically, the second that they submit this lead form, first name, last name, phone number, we're going to text these leads. We're not going to call them. We're going to text them within 30 seconds of them filling out this form. Speed to lead is very important, and AI is great at that because it is always available. It can always text back, whether it's 2 a.m. or 1 in the afternoon when you're out on a job site. Another thing that this is also going to do is that we're going to connect it to your calendar. Whether you use Google or CRM or Outlook or even Apple Calendar, we can integrate this directly so that the agent is not only able to qualify the customers and ask them questions, book that initial appointment. But from there, that's when you guys are going to take over. We're going to have that initial appointment or estimate or consultation or whatever you want to call it, depending on what your business does. This is where you take over and you do that. Now, how do we deliver it from here to here? We have a mobile app on the Apple and Google Play Store that you can download. We have an online platform where you can see all the leads, contact information, and bookings. In addition to that, we can also text them to you. We can also email them to you. Once they get from here to here, then we deliver them to you. Then you go out and do the initial estimate. And then this is almost the coolest part in the tail end of the process. So after you do this initial estimate, let's just assume that this sale is not a one visit close. So you go out there and the homeowner's like, okay, I have to discuss this with my wife. I don't know about the price, whatever. They're gonna get back to you. So you leave the property, and then on the app, you can open it up and say, all right, we didn't one sale close this customer. We wanna nurture them. Our nurture agent is not the best sales guy in the world. It is not there to sell your product or pitch your product or get the customer to say yes. It's there to get them to say yes or no. All we want to do is get a decision out of the homeowner. With AI, this will never give up. It'll follow up 24 hours after that initial appointment. It usually waits 2 days and then follows up again. And then from there, it's about a weekly cadence until they get that yes or no out of the customer. Now, I will tell you one of the coolest things is when you give an estimate, say like early in the month, completely forget that you even went out there, and then fast forward 30, 40 days later, you get a text saying that so-and-so from this property wants to move forward with like a $10,000 project. It's incredible. Make sure that none of those leads like slip through the cracks. This is kind of the general flow of our process. So this is how we collected those 65 appointments booked on the front end here. So 65 people actually submitted their information, the AI qualified them, and then booked that initial appointment. And then this closed job section will vary depending on your specific business and your sales process. But in this case scenario, sales process was very cleaned up. So they ended up closing 41 out of those 65 appointments that they booked. And then that resulted in about $60,000 in closed jobs. They had $120,000 in the pipeline, ended up closing about half of that, 60K. Pretty decent result. If you are doing something like this already and you're a business owner, you're pretty tech savvy, I would recommend looking into some of these AI tools, implementing them yourselves, or if not, and you're looking for more of a done-for-you service, we do have an agency called Wadsway, and you can reach out to us using the link in the description. We'd love to chat and see if it's a good fit. Thanks for watching.